Well, hey everybody, how's it going? This is Mrs. Cardenas, and I just wanted to stop by and show you guys a couple of things to make sure that we're ready for Challenge to Change on Thursday night. We're so excited. So, just a couple of really important reminders. We were so grateful to get a chance to look at your presentations before Thursday night because there's a couple of big things that we want to work on before we present to our guest graders and all the parents and the guests that are going to be there on Thursday night. This is a big deal. And a lot of us have major errors we need to work out before we get there. One thing that's not on the list is, of course, timing. Many of you were right in the range you were supposed to be in, but a lot of you were over. You went too long. So please keep practicing and please keep working on your timing. Other than that, we'd like you guys to continue editing and practicing your presentations. Here's a list of some of the common problem areas that we noticed. One was a lack of citation of evidence. A lot of you guys either put copy and pasted links to websites. Some of you put the entire citation from the bibliography, right? Please check with your teacher about the correct citation for all of your evidence. Many of you had things in your presentations that were your experiences or your opinions, and that's fine, but it needs to be very distinct from the research that informed the decisions that you made. So please make sure that you guys cite your evidence. There were also many capitalization errors that were found. Please go back and read through your slides. You will look very silly in front of an adult that is a grown person grading you, and if you didn't capitalize United States. Things like that are really noticeable to people outside the teenage world. So please have some very careful eyes. Take another look at your presentation. That also goes for too much text on your slides. A lot of you did not abide by the rule of, really just getting the heart of what's most important. Many of you have copy and pasted massive quotations from your research. You've typed out everything that you want to say onto a slide. Those are huge no-nos. Your slide should be minimal text and mostly images. You are there. This kind of, leads us into the next bullet point. But so many of you, we wrote on our rubrics, stop reading the screen, right? We are not here to watch you read the screen to us. That is going to make Challenge to Change miserably boring. I told my students I was pretty bored in a lot of the presentations, and that's not what we're trying to do. We want you guys to give a compelling speech, but the research is there for you to found your project on top of something solid. I don't want to hear that you went to a homeless shelter but had no good reason to go there. The research is there to make sure that we know you're knowledgeable, and then it's time to move on. Teach us something meaningful about your issue. Teach us what fascinated you, what surprised you, the things that made you say, wow, I can't believe this is going on, and then caused you to act. That's what we want to hear. I don't want to hear you read me 3 pieces of evidence and 2 quotes from a book that I didn't read. I don't care. I want to know why you care about this issue. And that's how the research should come off to us, is that this research totally struck you in a way that it moved you to take action, to share, to give. That's why your research should be there, not as a way of checking off a box on a rubric. That's not what we're there for. And we're going to be bored if that's what you guys keep doing. And many of you are spending way too much time reading us that research and not time on the important stuff. What I care about is your connection to the issue. Why did you pick this topic to begin with? How on earth did you get interested in bullying? How did you get interested in human trafficking? I want to know your personal story, your personal connection. Tell us that stuff. Then spend time telling us about the places that you went, the care packages that you made, the decision that you made when you chose this organization to make a donation to instead of this one. What's so amazing that I should know about this place and why you picked it to give your hard-earned $100, $200? Talk to us about that and talk about your pictures. Narrate the day for us. Really spend more time on the sharing and the giving and your reflections, like what you learned through this process. Be honest, but that's where we want you guys to spend your time. You only have 4 to 5 minutes. Please don't spend 3.5 of it reading us the research. So with that said, there's a couple of other important things you guys need to know. Getting ready for Thursday, okay? Please dress professionally. So we want you guys to think of Challenge to Change as practice for a job interview. So we're looking at business attire, professional attire, not formal, not casual, but right in between. So you guys are thinking about dress pants and maybe a tie. Ladies, an appropriate, maybe a dress or a skirt or even nice pants, but definitely something that's above the normal dress code for school, but not nearly as fancy as anything else, like prom or something. We need you guys to arrive at 5:45 for check-in. And then today, we'd like you guys to please check the program on Classroom for your final room assignments and your session. All of that has been finalized, and you guys can see it now on Classroom. I'll show you how to take a look at that in just a second. I'm also going to show you guys how to move your presentation into your designated folder today so that you, when you arrive at your room, your presentation is ready to go. Everything's been shared. No one's locked out of anything. So we'll take care of that today. As soon as I'm done with this little presentation here. And don't forget that you need to be prepared on Thursday night to give your grader a nice hello, a welcome, or a thank you for coming, a handshake, and then to hand your packet or binder or folder of portfolio of the documents that we asked you guys to have. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to make sure your presentations get moved into the Classroom folders. So we're going to need to go over to Google Classroom. When you guys get logged in here, you're going to click on the About tab. On the About tab, you guys can scroll down and you'll find the Challenge to Change program. This is it right here. You can click on it, and if you want to find your name, simply hit Control F, and that will open up Find, so you can look for your name. Okay, so it'll pop up find in document, and you can look for yourself. So here's, oh, Mr. Etheridge's name is not in here. That's sad. Let's see, let's look for, right, so there you go, Challenge to Change, and you can search your name using these arrows. So go ahead and find your name. You guys will see, we've also assigned each of you guys an official classroom. You guys can see the classrooms on there. You guys have also been assigned a grader, a guest evaluator. You can see who is in each of your rooms. If you scroll through, you can meet all the graders that's on there as well. So with that said, we can then move on to the next step. Once you know your room number, you need to find your room number here on Google Classroom. Okay, so step 1 is to find your room, and you're going to click on it. All this does is open the folder up, so we need to take a couple of steps first. Once you've opened the folder, you need to now add it to your drive. So you're simply going to click on the arrow, and then your button, mine doesn't say it because I own these folders, but right here it should say add to my drive. So yours will say shared, shared with me. You want it to turn into my drive. You want it to be on your drive. Okay. So then once it's on your drive, you guys will then go to your drive. You want to find your presentation. So I'll find this, this random presentation that I have. Okay. Oh, these are some of the awards we're giving out. Look at that. That's so cool. Okay. And then once you found your presentation, sorry, my computer's a little slow. Once you guys have found your presentation, we're going to move this presentation. And I'm going to remember how to do that. Right here, you guys will see this little folder. It says Move To. So you want to move your presentation to the classroom. So for you guys, it should be on my drive. Oh, sorry, I clicked a little too fast there. You're going to say move this item. You want to put it in my drive. And my drive will give you as a list of all the folders. Now that you've added that folder to your drive, you guys should find your classroom folder right here. You'll click on it and then click Move Here. So for me, it's a little bit different again because I created the folder. So for me, they're located somewhere else. But for you guys, the folder will be right here on this page. You'll click Move Here. And then to double check that your folder is actually there, you guys can go back to Google Classroom. You can go back to the folder. and you can double check that your presentation is actually in here. Right now it's empty, like I said, because I already, I'm not doing this with you right now, but that's it. So those are the basic steps. So one more time, you're going to go to your challenge to change page, find your classroom. Once you've found your classroom, you're going to add this to your drive. So it's a little drop down arrow, and you're going to type right here. There's going to be a button that says add to my drive. So add it to your drive. Then you're going to find your presentation. You're going to go to File, Move To, and you're going to move your presentation into that folder. It's really only those 2 steps. This is really important because when you walk into your classroom on Thursday night, your junior or senior assistant will just have this folder pulled up, and all of the presentations for that room will be ready to go right here. If they're not in this folder, we can't log out and find your stuff and share, and you can't be doing all that random sharing. It needs to be here for the night to work smoothly and for everyone to do what they need to do on time. So we'll be checking on you guys to make sure that all of this gets done today. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to stop by room 324 or ask your teachers for help. I'm sure they can help you as well. So thanks again, guys. Looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. It's going to be a great night. Good luck and see you later.